Hello everyone, we are Team Code Rescue and today we bring forth a software based solution to manage disasters in a more efficient manner. In India alone, more than 2.5 lakh people have been killed because of natural disasters. Hence, in this scenario, it becomes utmost important to be completely prepared for any adverse situation. Our aim is to help the government, authorities, and rescue teams to have full preparation for any unforeseen calamity. Using technology, we have set up a platform to improve management, communication, and rescue operations during any adverse situation. We have developed a real time disaster tracking platform as well as an augmented reality based navigation and notification functionality guiding rescue teams to the affected areas.
Hello everyone. In this our app Code Rescue, we'll first look at it from the point of view of a victim. A victim can go to the dashboard to view all important notifications. The notifications are of two types. Based on my location, I'll receive notifications for all the disasters that are currently active in my state. Apart from that, I'll also receive notifications from the government that are issued and precautionary measures for my particular state. Next, we have also added a feature of all disasters map. This is to keep the people updated about current active disasters in our country. It will fetch all the active disasters from the database and display them on the map, which we can zoom to view the epicenter of each of the particular disaster. Next, we see the feature of nearby safe house. In times of disaster, a victim might need to go to the safe house set up by the government. So, according to my state, I'll be able to view all the safe houses that are currently set up in my particular state, and I can select any one which will be then integrated with Google Maps based on the location of safe house and my current location. I can easily navigate to the safe house. We'll now look at Ask for Rescue Team Help feature. In case I'm stuck in a disaster and I need to call the rescue team to help me out, I'll click this button. It will display all the active disasters that are currently active in my state. I can choose the disaster I'm stuck in and my location will be sent to the associated rescue team. Apart from that, there can be situations when during a disaster there is no internet connectivity. So we offer an option of send message to helpline feature. In this, the user can specify the message like I need food supplies and can send it to the helpline number. Now, along with the message, we also share the latitude, longitude, and the maps link for this particular victim. Using this maps link, helpline can inform the rescue team about the location of the stuck victim. We now look at the provide help functionality. At times it is possible that victims cannot themselves update their location, so in those situations any third party or person can give information about the victims to the rescue team. Using Google's API of auto completing locations, any third party can specify the location and the latitude and longitude are automatically updated based on the location specified. He can specify the number of victims stuck in that particular location, and from the disasters of active disasters which are currently active, he can choose the disaster the victims are stuck in. And he can submit it, and the rescue teams will now have an idea about the stuck victims in that particular location. We now come to the app from the perspective of a rescue team. Using credentials given by the headquarters, rescue team can log in into the dashboard. In the rescue team dashboard, there are two features. Currently, you can observe this rescue team has been assigned to the Delhi earthquakes. Get victim location displays all the victims which are currently stuck in Delhi earthquakes along with the distance from the current location of the rescue team, their victim count, and latitude and longitude of the victim. These are sorted based on the distance from my current location. Now rescue team can choose any of the one cards which will be directed to the Google Maps so as to assist rescue team in navigation to those particular victims. Now we'll look at the augmented reality functionality of our app. Rescue team can log in to view all the victims and their location in the augmented reality space. Using this mixed reality feature, rescue team will be able to see all the victims along with their count and distance from the current location hovering in the AR space. Selecting any one victim and choosing AR navigation will display markers on the road to guide rescue teams to the nearby victim. Here, grey dots indicate straight line path while yellow arrow indicates direction change and red ball indicates destination as will be seen in some time. Now, here you can see that the balls are displayed on the right side of the camera and not in the straight line so as to not obstruct the view of the rescue team while at the same time provide navigation support. As you can see, the yellow arrow indicates that the rescue team has to take a right turn from there to reach the destination. Upon taking this right turn, you will be able to see the red ball indicating the final destination along with the message destination reached. And as you can see, the victim is standing there and rescue team can help him out. Now we'll move on to the functionality of visibility modes. It is possible that rescue team is in a place where the weather is stormy or foggy, or it is possible that rescue team is in a clear weather. Depending on the conditions, rescue team can choose the visibility mode in the AR space. A high visibility mode indicates that only a few markers will be displayed, while a low visibility mode indicates multiple markers to be displayed. As you can see, initially the visibility mode is set low and markers are displayed even in the straight line path. Setting the visibility mode medium or high reduces the number of markers so as to provide only the important points of turn and final destination. As you can see, only a few markers are displayed. Changing the visibility mode, the number of markers in the straight line path increases, thus giving the flexibility to the rescue team depending on the weather conditions. As you can see, a high visibility mode, there are only one red ball for the final destination indicating the victim location. To make the user experience smooth, we have also added a voice recognition feature in our application, which can be used to navigate between activities and issue certain commands. This will redirect me to the Help Me page for the victim. This will redirect me to the dashboard where I can see all the important notifications. This will redirect me to the Provide Help feature page where I can update information about the victims. Now I am in the rescue team login. Once I log in, and if I'm in a hurry, I can simply navigate to the nearest victim without going through any trouble. This will redirect me to a Google Maps with the location of the nearest victim, and I can easily navigate from my current location. Apart from this, the victims can also use the voice recognition functionality to send message. As you can see, the message has been sent successfully, which can be seen in the Messages app. The message along with the latitude, longitude and the Google Maps link has been sent successfully to the helpline number.
This is the web portal that we have created. So this portal caters to the needs of victims and authorities. We have made this website very user-friendly so victims can view the precautionary messages sent by the authorities and also find the nearest safe houses. Authorities can manage the disaster very effectively by making use of various features, some of which include precautionary messages, adding rescue teams, safe houses, and also maintaining statistical data related to disasters. We now explain all the features.
Real-time tracking of disasters. Our website allows the common people to track all the disasters currently active in the country. This map gives an overview of all the areas affected by different disasters in different parts of the country. One can get a closer look on different areas, click on an disaster to get stats related to the disaster like the scale, the total people affected, and the total people who lost their lives. One can choose a particular disaster from the drop down to get graphs related to that particular disaster to better visualize the disaster over time. All this data displayed on homepage can be updated in real time by the administration after login.
Next, we'll be talking about the notifications feature. So if the user has allowed location access, his location will be automatically fetched and all the notifications and precautionary messages directed for that state and for the disasters occurring in the state will be shown. Now, one thing to notice here is that these notifications are being fetched dynamically. So if the headquarters issues any notifications, it will be shown here without needing to refresh the page. So as you can see, these notifications are being added by a team member of mine, and these got displayed here without reloading the page. So this was the live notification part. The user has also the option to choose other state from the drop down to see the notification for that particular state. So for example, if I select Punjab here, so I'll be able to see the notifications for Punjab.
This is the web page where administration can add a new disaster according to its location and mark it as active or inactive. Authorities can set location of safe houses on the map, which will be explained later in more detail. All the disasters along with the states affected and their active status. We can search for disasters dynamically. Also, on toggling the active status, the resulting effect is shown on the map. So for example, right now the Karnataka thunderstorms active status is true. So we can view this here on the main page inside the map Karnataka thunderstorm. But if I go back and toggle this to false, reload this page, then we can see that it gets removed.
Manage active disasters. This feature allows the admin to update daily stats for each active disaster. Admin can update the number of people affected and the number of people who lost their lives easily from this portal, and this will be reflected in the homepage map and graphs automatically. Add rescue team. This option can be used by admin to create accounts for rescue teams through which they can log into our Android application and help the victims. This feature, send notification, allows the admin to send notifications which can be precautionary and preventionary measures directed towards the public. There can be two types of notification that can be sent. One can be disaster wise, which will send the notification to all the locations affected by the disaster, and the other can be location wise, which will be specific to that location only. And the notification has been sent.
Safe house feature. So in case the government sets up safe houses or relief camps in any region for the disaster, they can update the same in a portal. So we have added maps feature so that the admin can select location of safe houses on a map. Now I'll add a safe house near my location. So in this way, the admin will be able to enter safe houses without needing to know the actual coordinates of the same. So I'll just give it a name. So yeah, the safe house has been added successfully. The final nearest safe house feature, the user can select this option and will be presented the directions from his current location to the nearest safe house along with its name. So we can see the safe house that we just added is being shown here, Code Rescue. Again, we have shown this feature on a modal to enhance user experience. The user has location access disabled, will show all the safe houses in the selected state. So the user can get to know the name of the safe house by clicking on it. So for example, this was the safe house that we added from the admin menu, and these are some other safe houses.